Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and cheap coins, check out instantmudcoins.com and use code ZERK for 20% off. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today we are going to be doing a tier list ranking of every golden ticket in Madden 21. Now, I did actually do a tier list ranking of all of the golden tickets last year, and I did plan on doing a ranking video of them this year. To be completely honest with you guys, I actually wanted to do another tier list, but I tried to figure out how to use this site, and I don't know how. I'm gonna be honest, I am terrible at this. Like, the way you have to, like, crop cards, whatever, I don't know how to do it. So I'm gonna try to learn, because I actually tried to do this, like, 3 weeks ago. I tried to put together, like, a running back tier list. I couldn't get it done. So shout out to Wheels, because Wheels actually made this tier list. He probably will have a video up before me on this, or maybe the same day, whatever. I'm not exactly sure what day my tier list is going up, but check out his channel. Link will be in the description. I'm sure he'll probably do a video on his tier list ranking as well, so you guys can kind of see the comparison of how me and him think, and probably some other Madden YouTubers as well will probably do one as well. So check them all out. And I do want to give a shout out to Jackson Sharp for being a part of the Nota Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shout out in the next video, drop a like in the video. Make sure you guys are subs to the channel, turn notification bell on, and comment down below, Nota Gang. So yes, this is the second annual tier list ranking of GTs. Should I do this every year? I think you guys tend to enjoy these videos, so maybe I will. Well, let's go ahead and get right into it. You guys see the tiers. We have S, A, B, C, D, and F. I believe there's 30 total, I want to say, golden ticket players. So we have 30 GTs to get into. And let's start off at the top. So you guys see right here, we do have Dion Jones. So Dion Jones, instantly with him being a middle linebacker, it's going to bring down his tier ranking, to be honest with you guys. However, as a middle linebacker, this is probably the best user in the game if you do like middle linebackers. However, he's definitely not S tier, simply for being a middle linebacker there. The card is really good, though, to be completely honest. I mean, incredible block shed, hit power, speed, all that. He is only 6'1", though. So again, like, overall, as a user, there's safeties on this list that I would rather user over him for many reasons there. So although I think this card is actually really good, he's gonna go in B tier. Maybe you want to say lower A, but the way that I'm going to do this tier list, guys, the S tier is going to be really limited. So B tier for Dion Jones is not bad. Next up, though, we've got Aaron Rodgers, and I don't really think much needs to be said about Rodgers. He is definitely an S tier golden ticket. Fastest release in the game. Pretty solid speed. You know, he's not RG3, Taysom Hill that fast, but pretty solid speed. Gets, for the most part, the abilities that you do want there. I think probably everyone can work with him with the archetypes that he does have. I don't think he has all 5 perfect slots, but you can at least get 3-4 abilities that you really want on him. Power Master, Gunslinger, whatever else you want. Inside, Deadeye, Escape Artist, all that cool stuff. So definitely an S tier GT. Next up, we've got Calvin Johnson. And again, I think Calvin does deserve to go in S tier. I mean, we're talking a 99 speed, 6'5" tight end. I believe he has 89 run blocking on him. So with 89 run block, that's still pretty good. I do like Robert Woods with the 99 run blocking that he has, but I mean, 99 speed, 6'5", it's Calvin Johnson at tight end. I mean, that's crazy. Now, next up, we've got Brandon Ayuk. Now, you guys are very used to me saying this when it comes to wide receivers, and especially with these GT wide receivers, and I always get comments about it, but the run blocking, okay? The run blocking is really important when it comes to wide receivers, especially all these GT wide receivers, because what really separates all these golden ticket wide receivers? Height, which, to be honest, none of them are really that tall. Run blocking, after the catch, route running, catching, all that stuff, and speed, of course. Well, Brandon Ayuk is one of the golden tickets that can get to 99 speed because he has 98 speed base. He's also got pretty good run blocking. He's very good after the catch, good catching, good route running. I do like this card a lot. I don't necessarily feel like any of these wide receivers on the list, though, are S tier at all. Like, definitely not S tier. Man, this is going to be kind of tough with these wide receivers because, to be honest, there's not really a big gap in between all of these GTs, the wide receivers anyways. I feel like they're all just pretty solid wide receivers. Like, they're nothing super special. So with these wide receivers, I almost feel like the majority of them are going to go into the same tier, to be honest with you guys. I think Brandon Ayuk, and again, in these ranking, by the way, I just want to say this, in these rankings here, they're not like specific order in S or A or B, whatever. If I throw them into B in whatever order, they're just B. There's no like tier list ranking within that system. So with Brandon Ayuk here, I think he's B. And as I said, S tier is very limited. There are not going to be very many players in S tier. A tier is also super good, and I just don't feel like any of these GT wide receivers, spoiler, are going to be A tier or S tier, just lower than that. But again, B tier is not bad. Next up though, we've got AJ Brown. Now, I actually really like AJ Brown, and again, it's not anything crazy. He's good run blocking, good after the catch, can't get to 99 speed. However, I don't think that makes him a C tier player necessarily. So again, AJ Brown, wide receiver, he's going to go in B tier there. Next up though, we've got strong safety Carl Banks, and I do think that Carl Banks, again, as I said, it's going to be very limited here, but I think that Carl Banks is S tier. He is one of the best safeties in the game. 99 block shed, 6'4". I believe he has 99 power move, I want to say, or finesse move. I believe his power move though. Great hit power, great speed. I think potentially the best overall middle linebacker in the game. You can throw him in a middle linebacker because he can pass rush, he can stop the run, he's got the speed, everything like that. Very limited S tier, but Carl Banks deserves to be in there. Next up, we've got Benny Snell, and with Snell here, he's not very good, to be honest. He can't get to 99 speed, his catching is nothing really crazy, and of course with the running backs especially, it all pretty much comes down to the juke move, the carry, all that stuff, whatever, but the catching, the route running, and being able to get to 99 speed is what's going to separate them from other running backs already currently in the game, and Benny Snell doesn't really separate himself, but with these GTs, I always feel like all these golden tickets are pretty usable, I will say. So I would feel kind of harsh by throwing any of them really into the F tier here. I think with Benny Snell though, oh man, I'm really considering it. I just don't really feel like, unless you have a Steelers theme team, of course, you're going to feel like this is a little bit harsh here for Benny Snell. But with Benny Snell, I think he might deserve to go in F tier. I mean, it's just not a desirable GT. It's nothing special. He's got 80 catching, can't get 99 speed. The juke move, the carrying, all that, you know, it's pretty good, but it's nothing special. Also, I forgot to mention he doesn't even have a receiving back slot, so that definitely hurts his value there as well. Next up, though, we've got Derek Carr, and I very much so remember with this Derek Carr card how bad his ability slots are. So with Derek Carr here, he does have field general, he does have strong arm, but then I remember he has improviser and scrambler ×2. So we can get gunslinger, hot route master, and then you can throw in like escape artist, whatever. But if you use, of course, as you're going to, you should anyways, use your strong arm to get gunslinger, and then use the field general to get hot route master. Personally, I prefer inside Deadeye, and of course, this tier ranking list is all my personal opinion. You guys can disagree, of course, with it, but I really feel like inside Deadeye is that one ability as well that I really like to use. Some people don't like to use it, but personally I do. You can't even get inside Deadeye in improviser or scrambler. And then of course Derek Carr, his release is nothing special. He's got mid 80 speed. I personally think that out of all of the QBs, I think maybe there's one that is slightly worse here. I think that with Derek Carr, he's definitely a lower, without a doubt, a lower GT for me. I think because he can get Hot Route Master, he can get Gunslinger and Inside Deadeye. I don't think he's F tier necessarily. I'm definitely going to go with D though. He's nothing special at all. Now I know what you're all thinking. It's CeeDee Lamb. I'm going to be completely biased with this card, and he's going to go in like A tier. No, he's not going to go in A tier, not S tier especially. CeeDee Lamb, as much of a, Cowboys fan as I am, he's got good route running, he's great after the catch, he's got good speed, can get to 99 speed. However, he does not have good run blocking, and as I have said with you guys, it does separate him from other wide receivers. That is really, really important. However, he is 6'2", being the tallest golden ticket wide receiver. That does help his value a little bit, but I'm going to be completely unbiased here. I think that he is definitely not A tier or S tier, and he doesn't have good run blocking, which does hurt him a little bit. However, I think he is still a B tier wide receiver. I would put him below Ayuk because Ayuk has got better run blocking. I would probably put him, as I said, there's no inner tier ranking here. I think he would slightly go ahead of AJ Brown for me, though, if I was to in-tier rank these, simply for the fact that he is 6'2" and can actually get 99 speed, but AJ Brown has the run blocking, so really not a big difference. Next up, though, is Jadavion Clowney. Now, Clowney is definitely still one of the best pass rushing outside linebackers in the game. He's got good run stopping ability. He's got good speed. He can pass rush for sure. The question is, though, A tier or B tier? I think with Jadavion Clowney, although right now, yes, there is, Lawrence Taylor out there, which maybe you'd rather use LT over Clowney in exchange for one of those outside linebacker slots. I think Clowney definitely is one of the better GTs that we have seen, and I think Clowney does deserve to go right there into the A tier. Next up, we've got Grant Delpit. Now, when GTs first came out, this card was actually really good. Now, unfortunately so, he is a safety that cannot get to 99 speed. He is 6'3". It's still a pretty good card. However, I think with just how deep the safety position is in the game, and also even just now with GTs, how many good users there are, I think simply for those reasons, I think he is a B tier golden ticket. Now, again, it's not a bad card. It's definitely a pretty good card there. However, the very next player I think is a better user, and that's DK Metcalf. And I think with DK, I don't think he's on Carl Banks' golden ticket user level. I think he's very close. He is 6'3" as well, slightly shorter than Carl Banks. He doesn't have the pass rush ability. He's not as good at stopping the run. He's an incredible user, very, very incredible user, but because of everything else that Carl Banks brings to the table, I think that DK is an A tier GT. Again, still really, really good. Next up, we've got cornerback Mike Evans. Now, with Mike Evans, he is 6'5". He's got great man, great zone, great press, can stop the run, has the hit power. However, the one issue is his speed and acceleration. He can only get to 98 speed and 98 excel. If only that card could get 99 speed and 99 excel, it'd be so good, because speed at wide receiver and cornerback is just so crucial with how good wide receivers and corners are in the game right now. Like, you need 99 speed and 99 excel. Basically, every wide receiver in the game or every corner in the game can get to 99 speed and 99 excel, with the exception of even some of the GTs, unfortunately. But there are just so many options out there that having just even one less speed with a 98 speed and 98 acceleration does bring down the value of this card tremendously, and I think this is a very overlooked GT. I've never really cared for any of these golden ticket cornerbacks just because of the speed, certain things about them that I will get into there. But with Mike Evans, I really don't think this card is that bad, to be honest with you guys. The only issue is the 98 speed and 98 excel. I think he's probably Derek Carr level. And to be honest with you guys as well, with these GTs, there's not really like oh, this card is so bad. Like, if you had the opportunity to get this card on your team, it'd be terrible. It's not really like that. It's just the ranking of how they were made, the archetypes on them, the stats, whatever. Because he can't get 99 speed and 99 excel, I think Mike Evans deserves to be in D tier. Next up, we've got Geno Atkins. Now, he's actually a pretty good card, but the only thing that kind of holds him back, especially in this tier list ranking, is the speed. It's not a bad card at all. 99 block shed, power move, finesse move, but he's only got 83 speed. So just taking a look at the defensive tackle position itself, the other DTs that are available, a lot of them have very similar block shed, power move, whatever, and are slightly faster. So in general, just in the rankings of all the DTs in the game, he's definitely towards the top, without a doubt there. But when it comes to these defensive tackles, these defensive linemen, the pass rushers of the golden tickets especially, the number one thing that separates them, let's say even just on the defensive line itself, between Geno Atkins and Montez Sweat is just the insane speed. That's kind of what these GTs are made for, is just to have some certain thing about them that just makes them so crazy. And with Geno, he doesn't really have that. So again, I think Geno Atkins, it's not a bad card. It is not a bad card at all. I don't think it's an F tier player. Man, I don't even know if he's actually D tier. I would almost say C tier with this one, because I would definitely rather have him over Mike Evans and Derek Carr. So yeah, I'm going to go with a C tier ranking for Geno. Next up though, we've got Jimmy Smith. Now, unfortunately this Jimmy Smith card, he's actually got really good hit power, along with having really good coverage stats, but unfortunately, I don't believe his block shed was boosted. He's got mid-60s block shed, which if his block shed was boosted, this would actually be a pretty good card. Not a super good one. He'd probably be about Mike Evans, to be honest. He's 6'2", can't get 99 speed, doesn't have the block shed, the run stopping ability that Mike Evans does have. So I think that Jimmy Smith is going to join Benny Snell in F tier. Dustin Jefferson is up next, and with Justin Jefferson, another wide receiver very similar to CeeDee Lamb. Great route running, great catching, 99 speed, you can get him up to. He's good after the catch, but doesn't have the run blocking. He is 6'1" though, and again, I think he's just B tier. I don't really think any of these golden ticket wide receivers are anything special. They're all viable options, but I just don't think they're anything special. Next, we've got young Wei Ku. Now, with young Wei, I think some people may be surprised by this ranking here, but it's a kicker with 99 kick power and 99 kick accuracy. He is by far and away the best kicker in the game. So I don't think he deserves to be S tier, because those are like, you need these cards. Like, these are just, you got to get them, right? These are just like the best of the best without a doubt. With young Wei Ku, I think he's A tier. I think he definitely is A tier. He's a great card you have. You're not going to spend all your coins to get him necessarily. Like, if you have 500,000 coins, right, and you want to get just one of these GTs, or you just only have a pick of one golden ticket player you could get, you're not using it on young Wei Ku. Next, we've got James Morgan, though. Now, with James Morgan, he's got mid-80s speed, and he's actually tied for the second fastest release of all the GT quarterbacks. That does help his ranking out. He's actually tied with RG3. He's got the right abilities on him. He's got good throwing stats, but he's got mid-80s speed. So I think with the addition of Aaron Rodgers, this definitely changes how I would have tier ranked these QBs beforehand. Because of Aaron Rodgers coming out, I am going to say that James Morgan is now a B tier QB. Again, not bad. I just want to say, whatever developer made this golden ticket QB, you are an absolute legend for doing quarterback Ogden, because to be honest, if I pulled a GT, I was probably going to really think about Jonathan Ogden. Now, as a meme, this card is S tier. This is an S tier meme card without a doubt. However, as an actual quarterback, he is one of the worst ones. It's not even close. Simply for his speed, he doesn't have a fast release. His abilities are whatever. I think as a meme, this card is incredible. This is just absolutely incredible. But because of everything else, let's be honest here, he's probably the worst golden ticket QB. I don't think it's close. I would take Derek Carr over him because of simply the speed. I know you can get escape artist on Ogden, which is actually pretty funny to see him that big running around with escape artist, whatever. But once you cross that line of scrimmage, yeah, he's just way too slow to really try to pick up first downs whatever for you. So yeah, Ogden's F tier, but I love whatever dev made that card. As for the final golden ticket wide receiver, we have Jalen Rieger. Now, with Jalen, he really can't run block. I believe he's actually the worst run blocking golden ticket wide receiver. He's also the shortest golden ticket wide receiver. He can get to 99 speed though. And if I remember correctly here, if you just throw play fake on him, you get him to 99 for all his route runnings. That does help him. He's also good after the catch. So once again, you guessed it here, we have another B tier golden ticket wide receiver. All the wide receivers, they go in B tier. Now we've got golden ticket RG3. Now, if it weren't for Aaron Rodgers coming out, RG3 would still be the best golden ticket QB, in my opinion. He is tied for the fastest release before Rodgers came out anyways, with James Morgan there, but he has 96 speed, I want to say base, with good throwing stats, good on the run, whatever, with the right abilities on him. RG3 is really good. So with RG3 here, he would have been S tier. He really would have without Aaron Rodgers being there, but I want to keep S tier really limited to just the best golden ticket QBs. Now, maybe if you're someone that likes to scramble a lot, you run read options, then you would probably have Rodgers in S tier, and I would say that's completely reasonable. But for me personally, I think he is an A tier quarterback because Rodgers just having that release. Next up, we've got Derrick Robertson. Now, I did actually help the creator of Derrick Robertson. It's actually his cousin. I believe, if I remember correctly, his cousin actually made this card, which is really cool. You know, it's a pretty cool story there. We did try to make the card really, really good and versatile. We did boost the block shed on him, try to get the zone up to like 90. He was pretty much supposed to be what Zadaria Smith actually is, which is funny. So with Derrick Robertson here, the card is not all that crazy good. He's got 91 block shed. Unfortunately, can't get to 90 zone. We were really trying to get him up to where he could get that. Unfortunately, EA just didn't boost him enough. And he's not one of the fastest outside linebacker golden tickets. I think that with Derrick Robertson here, he is a... I really want to say C tier, but I just don't really think he is C tier. I think he's probably a D tier right there. He's kind of very similar to Mike Evans, Derek Carr. With Mike Evans, if he just had higher speed, he'd be higher. With Derrick Robertson, if he had, you know, much higher block shed and just slightly more speed, he'd be higher too. I think he's a D tier. On to Montez Sweat, and with Montez Sweat, without a doubt, to me, Montez Sweat is S tier. He is one of the best golden tickets to come out. 95 speed base. I mean, at defensive lineman, that's just incredible. I mean, that is my quarterback spy, but he's more than just a QB spy. He's an incredible pass rusher, can stop the run, 110%. S tier. Now another golden ticket quarterback here. We've got Ryan Tannehill. Now with Tannehill, he's got 90 speed. You know, it's not bad. 90 speed there. His abilities, I think I would change around the improviser ×2 that's on him. However, he does get, you know, hot run master. He does get gunslinger. So he has, for the most part, the abilities you want him. Can get escape artist with that improviser, whatever. His release is nothing crazy. I don't think this is a really, really crazy card here, and because of where I have ranked the other golden ticket QBs, I think James Morgan does go ahead of him simply because James Morgan does have a faster release. He's slightly slower, but he does have all of the correct ability slots on him, or at least the ones that I personally prefer, I should say, because again, this is just my personal opinion, my tier rankings, whatever. I think Tannehill is a C tier. Now, the next two players on the list are actually very, very, very similar players here. Taysom Hill and Tim Tebow, and they're both going to go in the same exact tier ranking because they're both very similar players. Now, very, very similar here to Ryan Tannehill. Neither of them have got very fast releases. However, unsimilar to Ryan Tannehill, both of these guys have got high 90s speed. And they're also absolute tanks on the run. So that does help them a lot. Now, when it comes to my personal ranking between these two, I do think Tim Tebow is slightly better than Taysom Hill, in my opinion, because Tim Tebow is actually slightly better when it comes to on the run, and also with the abilities, because Dom did make Tim Tebow. I did help Dom make Tebow choose those archetypes correctly so we could get that right. So with Tebow, I think that because of the way that Dom decided to make the card, he is B tier, slightly ahead of Taysom Hill, but also B tier for Taysom. I just think Tim Tebow, Dom made this card correctly, slightly ahead of Taysom there. Now we're on to cornerback Jim Thorpe. Now, if you run a man press corner scheme, then you probably really love Jim Thorpe. Personally, I don't. I run zone a lot. And sadly, Jim Thorpe, he cannot get to 99 zone. He has 91 zone coverage. EA barely helped the card. He is incredible versus the run, though. I mean, absolutely incredible versus the run, but he can't get to 99 speed either. He can't get to 99 zone. If you run a man press scheme, you probably love Jim Thorpe. For me, I think he's slightly above Jimmy Smith. I really do, simply because he does actually have just incredible run stopping ability, and he does have 99 acceleration, but you can't give him the 99 speed. I think he goes D tier, but I think I would rank him lower than Mike Evans because Mike Evans actually does have 99 zone coverage. So you could maybe do something with the fact that he can't get to 99 speed, 99 excel. He's also 6'5", but I'd say Thorpe is D tier. Now we've got tight end Robert Woods. And I got to say, if it were not for Calvin Johnson coming out, he would be S tier for me. I think that Calvin is the slightly better card. He is worse of a run blocker, slightly, 89 run blocking, but he's 6'5", and he can get to 99 speed. So I think that simply because of that, I do think he is now bumped down to A tier. We've also got Zadaria Smith, which I think Zadaria is just an incredible card. I really do. I don't think that he's on the level of S tier. He can, however, cover. He's got good speed, can stop the run, can pass rush. He's almost an S tier card for me, honestly. Like, he has been phenomenal, but he is definitely an A tier card for me. And finally, Zeke. Now, Zeke can get to 99 speed and 99 excel. He's got good route running. He's got incredible catching as well. He's good after the catch or on the run, you know, juke move, carrying, all that good stuff there. So I really, really do like Zeke. And I think taking a look at this list, I think this is actually a pretty solid ranking for him because I do think he is one of the better golden tickets. He is an A tier player for me. So with that being said, guys, that is my list of all of the golden tickets. You guys let me know down below what you agree with, what you disagree with, and I gotta say, I think this looks pretty solid. I think this actually looks like a pretty solid tier list to me. I don't think I would change anything about this. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like the video, and of course, hit that sub button down below. I'm sure someone out there is gonna be upset their favorite player is way too low, but it is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.